Before I start, keep in mind I played SWAT 4 with the SEF mod, and I recommend that if you play it, use the mod as well. Number 1. Mission and level design. Before each mission, you'll get a cool briefing on the situation that you'll be responding to. They're extremely immersive and give you useful intel on what to bring with you into the mission.
Hostage victim inside. Suspect is believed to be mentally unstable. Expect erratic and dangerous behavior.
U1, roger. Show us en route. ETA, driving time. Get ready, man. This is a tough one.
In a particularly cool level, you actually get a map hand-drawn on a napkin from a waitress that works in the club that you're assaulting. The missions have great variety, from a search warrant on a restaurant, to a hostage situation in a halfway house, to a heavily armed diamond store heist. An extremely important feature that SWAT gets right is its atmosphere. Levels vary from creepy, to intense, to haunting.
Copy. Continue mission.
At last.
Each level has its own story, and all of it serves to immerse the player in its setting. One moment in particular that really stood out to me was when I was clearing a club during a gang shooting. I started slow and cautious until I heard gunshots and screaming in the distance that motivated me to hurry up and get moving in order to ensure the safety of as many people as possible.
Clear.
Gerard,
Fields,
clear.
all clear.
Number 2. Great split-second decision making. This game isn't Call of Duty in gameplay or mechanics. You aren't some mercenary somewhere, you're a cop. The game has requirements for lethal force and less than lethal force. Enemies may surrender, they may run away, or they might shoot you. If they decide to shoot you, you'll go down very quickly, so you have to make the right call very rapidly, keeping in mind the rest of the situation around you. There's a short moment in most encounters with an armed enemy where you don't know if they're going to surrender, run, or shoot at you. It tests a part of the player that most games don't. It's also an interesting way to add challenge and difficulty without just making the enemy shoot faster. Shooting an armed suspect in the back isn't accepted by SWAT 4. Civilians will often resist being restrained, and they have to be tased, pepperballed, or punched to get them to surrender. The game has a scoring system that rates the player based on how many enemies were eliminated versus arrested, how many civilians were saved, and what evidence was collected and reported. Number 3. The AI. The AI in this game makes me ashamed for the gaming industry of today. Enemies on one hand are unpredictable, but on the other hand react as you would expect someone in their position to react. Lower tier criminals are more likely to surrender, while better prepared adversaries are more likely to threaten hostages or fake surrender. The friendly AI is leagues above similar games like Rainbow Six Ravenshield, or games that don't even have friendly AI, like Zero Hour or Ground Branch. You can enter a stack and the AI will adjust instead of waiting for you to move out of the way or pushing into you. They will often remark on situations you find yourself in and sometimes banter with each other.
Drugs.
Sir, doors open.
Put a lid
Ready
on
when
it,
you are.
Hollywood. Stay sharp.
Okay, Dad.
They have a lot of personality, and I personally find them very likable. They are also extremely versatile in terms of commands, having the ability to do basically anything the player can do. They can use any throwable while breaching, they can mirror under doors, they can wedge doors, you can even request equipment from them if you're short on flashbangs or something. And with the SEF mod, you can do all of this using your voice. Number 4, great for learning and teaching tactics. The main thing that convinced me to create my series on tactics for gamers was playing SWAT 4 with my cousin and realizing how much basic stuff about CQB I knew that the average gamer didn't. I'm not some Green Beret or Navy SEAL, but there's basic stuff to show and learn, and SWAT's slow methodical pace and gradual increase in complexity over time makes it a perfect tactical playground. Number 5, options and approach. This game doesn't railroad your approach. You can go in with anything from a paintball gun with pepper balls in it to an M249 saw. There are multiple ammo types for most weapons, and the types of gadgets you can use are extremely varied and freeform. Want to carry 12 flashbangs? It'll weigh you down, but you can. Want to go in with a breaching shotgun and a taser? Be my guest. Want to abuse a gas mask and a 40mm grenade launcher? No one's stopping you. This game lets you pick locks, blow them open with shotguns, and blow the whole door off the hinges with C4. You can go entirely non-lethal to help secure arrests for a better score if you want. This game gives you the tools to approach however you want to, and the briefings give you the intel to know what tools are best for the job. It can be found on GOG for $10 US and regularly goes on sale for $5 or less. If that's too restrictive for you, GOG versions of games can easily be found on the high seas, but I highly encourage you to purchase this game because it's easily worth its price and more.